Hello everyone, my name is ColdHaven and welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda. Last time we unfroze a couple of frozen aliens, pulled them out of a deep thaw.
You don't feel any different?
I don't think so. Why? Do you?
My mind feels clouded, but I don't know if I'm just tired.
That's me every day. Genuine feels there.
What do you mean, grey spiky aliens? Ket?
No, these were different. We were doing a survey of the area and saw them before the freeze.
You mean Turians? You saw Turians?
Why don't you and Torvar talk about that later? Right now, I want to thank you for saving my team.
You weren't lying. Kiran told us everything. She even had pictures.
I apologize for the indifferent welcome you received from me earlier.
After everything you've faced, I wouldn't have blamed you if you shot at me.
We're all glad that didn't happen.
Ryder, what you have done here, your remnant understanding and your Sam should convince Ephra you're an asset. We should speak to him as soon as we can. Perhaps on the Tempest?
Kiran, I've been thinking, if Ryder can use remnant, couldn't we fix the monoliths? Stop Haval's decline?
Havarl's decline?
This will take time to explain. We can discuss it further when you have time. And don't forget to talk to Torvar about those. What did you call them? Turians?
Okay, so maybe we'll get down to exactly why we need to use the vault. Something about some kind of decline. My man Torvar.
Wants to talk more about Haval's decline. We should discuss it when you have time.
You said you saw Turians in the jungle?
Is that what they're called? We didn't know. We just kept out of sight. They crashed here, I think.
The Turian Ark? Was it a large ship?
I saw some debris, but not an entire ship. I'll give you the nav point and you can go see for yourself.
We can speak more later.
I'll be here.
You were saying something about the planet being in decline?
It doesn't look like it, but Havarl is sick. It started here, uncontrolled mutations in organic life, killing some, turning others into poison. We're starting to see the same elsewhere. The planet's ecosystem is crumbling, slowly but surely.
It's the monoliths. There are only 2 of them when there should be 3.
There's so much life here. Your vault must be working.
In some fashion, most likely. But the monoliths are responsible for propagating the vault's instructions across the planet. With only 2 out of 3 monoliths working, the instructions are imbalanced. So life is imbalanced. We've never tried asking the sages. There could be something in their oral history.
Stars. Those superstitious hermits don't care about modern Angara. You know that.
You saw the projections for the planet's survival. What do we have to lose?
Sages? Oral histories?
On Mithratha, that old remnant edifice over there. They trace their families back to a time just after the Scourge. They believe isolation will maintain the purity of the histories by preventing contamination by modern thought. Basic sense. They probably don't even understand or care that Havarl's dying.
If asking your sages doesn't work, we'll be back here. So, what's the harm in it?
The trek up Mithratha's teeming with Remnant. Most of us don't attempt it, but maybe you could do it. Follow the Remnant River, and keep your head. I'd hate to hear something terrible happened in pursuit of some ancient legend.
Interesting. This is what they mean by monolith. Okay. have all these ruins just laying about. I wonder how they uncovered them. Were they always like this? They always were standing here? They're like tourist spots at one point.
Kieran Dahl said something about fish and gems to me. What was that all about?
In an ocean of fish, one will have gems in its mouth. Meaning your success with Remnant is probability, not skill. As the number of cases approaches infinity, the unlikeliest outcomes become likely.
Oh, thought it might have been something like that.
Nasty. It's attacking it. Of course it misses. Of course. But I meant to do that. Right? Distract them. So I could come over here and get some resources. Which is my real mission. Something's going on down here. That was exciting. Whew. Fun. Fun. How does it keep missing? Might have to withdraw for a minute.
I think that's it. Good work.
If you say so. Wonder if they have night and day cycles here. Does it always look like this?
So what was Kieran saying? All this'll disappear one day?
No one knows the long-term effects of Remnant. Kieran probably has projections, but projections are often wrong.
What if they're trying to block off the Turian's escape? Only 5 platinum. Have a little bit of the high ground from here. Chasm of Builders.
Don't trust any of this remnant stuff. Don't trust their giant ditch.
Stay alert. We don't know what's down there.
We've scanned this area. These structures go deep below the ground.
Could be that they haven't came back to their home in so long they don't remember all this stuff, and maybe the Ket are the ones that...
Must be missing something. Guess we'll try again later.
The Angara have built a bridge that extends across the chasm. However, the generator that runs the bridge appears to be non-functional. We will not be able to find the parts to repair it. Maybe the Angara are the ones that came back to research this. I don't know. Maybe it was the Ket. Either way, I'm picking up some bonuses. Before we move on, let's see what's down here. Almost there, I think. Some of this stuff reminds me of Subnautica. At least some of the architectural design. Oh, we're not too far now. And it's saved. Not good, not good, not good.
What are Tarians doing out here?
Those are Natana's uniforms, Pathfinder.
Korean art?
These Angarans also? They're resistant to it too. You see, that's what I hate. Whenever something's resistant to your psionics, it's like you might as well not even have it. Awesome, awesome. Who are these? Angaran Sharpshooter, a fleet of foot and jetpack long-range assassin armed with a sniper rifle. What? Why are the Angarans fighting us? Now it works.
They're ready to fight!
Anybody else? Anybody else? Looks clear. Basic assailant outfitted with mid to long range was okay. An Angaran raider. So we got some bad guys. Well, let's find out what the Turians are doing, why they're here, and why they got into a scrap.
Shot to the gut. Painful. I appreciate the help back there. Name's Avidus Rix. Sorry if my methods seem extreme. Civilian life is trying.
Sarah Ryder, human pathfinder. You former military?
A Spectre. Special tactics and reconnaissance. Did the Council's dirty work for 15 years.
Spectre, huh?
So you're used to being above the law.
Well, good thing there are no laws in Andromeda, huh? The initiative was my retirement plan. Then Natanis hit the Scourge and bam, woke up here.
What happened? Where's the Ark?
No idea. Had to break out of my own damn stasis pod.
A fall like that should have killed you.
Those pods are sturdier than they look. But most of the Turian population is still missing. Including Mason, our Pathfinder. Sam hasn't transferred to me, so he's alive. Just don't know where.
He hasn't made it back to the Nexus.
Knowing Mason, he's out there looking for me. Mason dedicated his life to Andromeda. He's too stubborn to die now.
We need every Pathfinder we can get.
Debris and stasis pods from Natanis are scattered across the sector. Between the two of us, we should find something.
You go left, I go right?
Something like that. Here's my frequency. Call when you find something.
On hold. So I'm guessing I can't go further with it yet. I did see a little sparkle over here.
Sam, another memory trigger?
Yes, though my memory array remains locked. Additional triggers are required.
Of course. I don't know if they would call it above the law, just trying to survive down here. I mean, right? They're just trying to do what they're supposed to do. The Turians are trying to find their Pathfinder. I would think that they would do the same no matter what race they were.
Pathfinder?
Are you and Mason close?
We know each other well, yes?
Did I say something wrong?
No, sorry. I'm just not used to discussing my personal life.
Do the Rokar attack often?
Only when they find us. Bad as they are, damn plants are the bigger danger. I keep telling the others not to eat anything raw, but when you're starving, logic's the first thing to go.
How are the other survivors holding up?
They're in shock. Too busy surviving to grieve or take stock in what's happened. But when things eventually do calm down, it'll hit them. And it won't be pretty.
You must have some great stories from your Spectre days.
Not that I can tell. That's kind of the point of classified ops.
Surely you can bend the rules after 600 years.
Bending the rules. Yeah, that's what I thought being a Spectre was all about. Saren Arterius himself recommended me to the Council. Whatever their command, I carried it out, without question.
Saren? The rogue Spectre who led the Geth attack on the Citadel?
If you believe the rumors, the Saren I knew was ruthless, not crazy. But something made him snap. Everyone has a breaking point. I got out before I hit mine. Mason convinced me Andromeda was my chance to live outside the shadows. That's why I'm here.
Interesting. Saren recommended him. What's with all those knee bends that he's just doing? Is he just like just randomly dabbing? Just mid-talk? Yeah. Sorry, don't worry. It's just a little tick I have.
Take care, Avitus.
Likewise, Ryder.
I'll do that later. I'm gonna head back to the Tempest. Wish there was a way to warp back. Can I talk to you? No. I don't think I can talk to any of the Turians, probably. Datapad. New entry. There's something wrong with this planet. Plants sprout up behind you, the trees whisper, and I swear something other than those aliens is watching us. Thank spirits for the specters. We survive, it's because of Avitus. Avitus? Avitus. Oh, somebody else?
I can't believe this is really happening. Thought we'd be stuck here forever, or until the aliens killed us. We built this camp from what remained of our stasis pod. If we leave, we can't abandon our wreckage. There's debris we couldn't get to out there. We have to take it with us.
Anything from the crash belongs to the Initiative. It'll go back to the Nexus with you.
Good. No telling what's still intact. Don't want hostile aliens using it against us. If you find anything from Ark Natanus, tag it for recovery. Oh, and thank you.
Oh, nice. It's nice, nice. That definitely has to be a problem. If you crash land on a planet, you don't know what's poisonous and what's not. I mean, on Earth, most meat, even though whether or not it tastes good or not, at least it's not going to kill you. Unless, of course, it tries to kill you trying to take it. That's a whole nother story. But for the most part, knowing what plants are poisonous and what are not is trial and error.
Make sure not to eat anything here. Don't let any sap stick on your skin.
Wasn't considering it.
pick that up. More baddies. Looks like they're having fun with some remnant up there. Who's shooting?
That was fun.
If you say so. Mammal? Looks to me more like he's reptilian. Savage quadruped predator that camouflages itself to sneak up. Oh, so kind of like on Eos. Certainly there's a lot of nickel on this planet. If you ever ran out of that particular type of element, at least you know where you can get your
Nickel back.
Just a hunch I got.
Leaving a Varl. Bridge is yours, Pathfinder.
That's gorgeous. They really put in a lot of good work. I know that we give them a lot of crap about other
John
parts.
says Ephra is waiting for your call, Pathfinder.
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.
Tell me about it. And much like my Gmail, I don't answer hardly any of it, but apparently in order to get through some of these missions, I'm going to have to do that.
Should have seen it. Perfect drift. You know we've got a finite set of tires, right?
Also limbs and lives.
Well, what's the point of having them then?
Prepping VidCon communications.
Commander?
Pathfinder, Joel's been keeping me updated on your adventures, your good deeds on our behalf.
I meant them. I want you to know you can trust me.
You went out of your way to free that science team. A selfless act. But your true agenda is clear. To explore Aya's vault. Jarl says you want to help find the Moshae. Why should I let you?
I'd like this to be the beginning of a strong relationship.
Keep your promises, and little by little our bond might grow. We've managed to trace the Moshae to a special camp facility on Vold.
Why special?
These facilities are protected by a dynamic shield tech we haven't been able to crack. We're close, but its ability to adapt outstrips the speed of our current processors.
Pathfinder, adding my processor to their program would no doubt make the difference.
Ephra, I can help. Respectfully, this time you need my help.
Respectfully, the Angara don't need anything from you. We take care of our own.
With the processing power of my AI, I can guarantee the shield breach.
AI? Of course, that makes sense.
He's physically connected to me, so I need to... Well, I want to go.
It was risky to be honest about your AI, and honesty makes you different from the Ket.
I hope so.
You're welcome on the mission.
Thank you.
A team will meet you at our base on Vold. They'll take you to the Ket facility. Stay strong and clear. Goodbye.
Giles said he wanted to see you.
I don't see them. I mean, I know there's Remnant tech, and they have AI for that, but maybe that's why the Angara people wouldn't trust AI? They haven't gone through the same thing as Reapers, well, as far as we know.
Again. I'll lend you 30 if you pay me back by tomorrow.
Done. Thank you, Subi.
Someday I'll find out why you're always strapped for credits.
They get paid? Is Joel? I can't remember.
So, you've gained Ephra's trust. No easy feat.
I still don't think he likes me.
That's just his way. You should be more worried about the Rokar.
Ephra made it seem like you had experience with them.
I know their leader, Aksul. We studied together under the Moshai. But unlike me, he was a good student. The best, actually.
Then he knows about Remnant?
He did. It's a long story.
Give me the short version.
Aksul was captured by the Ket. He spent a year in a forced labor camp before he managed to escape.
I can't imagine what he must have gone through.
He has scars that would give you an idea. When Aksul returned, he no longer cared about the Remnant, or anything, except destroying the Ket.
Why not join the Resistance?
Aksul's not the type to follow orders. And I think he was bitter we weren't able to rescue him.
So he formed the Rokar.
We didn't give them much thought. But since your people arrived, his cause has grown.
It's our fault, not the Ket?
I convinced Ephra I'm not a threat. Maybe I can do the same with Aksul.
I admire your courage. But Aksul's dangerous, and he lacks Ephra's pragmatism. He'll make you want to kill him.
I have to try.
If Helios is to be your home, I guess you'll have to deal with the Rokar one way or another. There's a recluse on Havarul who escaped with Aksul from the Ket. Her name is Tholdir. She might know how to contact him. I'll send you the nav point. Is there something else?
A few more questions, if that's okay.
Well, we won't know till we try.
I want to learn more about your species.
What would you like to know?
You studied with Moshe Sefa. Is she a teacher or a religious figure?
She's many things. She's a clear thinker with deep knowledge and insight. She teaches and inspires. She's beloved. I love her.
Really? So one of those professor-student things?
No, not that way. Moshe Sefa is 115 of your years old.
And that would mean what? I don't know how old you are, Joel. You know, that might be young.
How long have you had electromagnetic capabilities? How did they evolve?
No idea. Biology doesn't interest me, but I'm sure you can easily read up on it.
That's disappointing. No biology at all?
How do your eyeballs work?
An internal lens focuses an image onto the retina where it becomes electrical impulses that are deciphered by the brain.
You took my sarcasm as an invitation to show off. Pitiful.
Oh, Joel. Are you jealous?
The Angara seem so open and free with their feelings.
Are we? We're certainly not ashamed of our feelings. We're taught that feelings and beliefs should live on the outside, where they can be dealt with, honestly and openly.
Don't people get hurt?
Of course. Then everyone deals with it. That's the point.
In other words, kitties, that means that they act like adults. If somebody feels hurt, then they deal with it. They talk about it, communicate. They don't let it fester. It's good philosophy to have.
How many colonies do you have? On what planets?
Since the Scourge, we've managed to survive on a small number of planets. What we know from before the Scourge is mostly oral history. We did have spaceflight, and the stories tell of 5 original colonies.
Is there a central Angaran religion?
There are many variations. An almanac could give you an accurate number. But if you are a believer, the essential tenet is, after we die, we are reincarnated. We evolve to make our families strong, born from what was before, blessed to be better than before.
Are you a believer?
No. Yes. Sometimes. I don't know if it's the same for humans. Sahuna, my true mother, is a firm believer.
I think it's natural for people to go through ups and downs of faith in whatever it is that they have faith in. It's natural, and it's nothing to be ashamed of.
Well, enough about that. Can you tell me more about the Ket occupation?
It's a difficult subject. I'll answer what I can. I may get emotional.
What's living under the Ket been like for you?
Do you really want to hear about these things? They're painful.
I asked, didn't I?
It's like living on unstable ground. Every day brings more horrible news. I part company with someone not knowing if I'll ever see them again. When I was a boy, my father vanished from my life. One horrible day.
Was he in the Resistance?
No. He was a technician at a mine. He went to work and didn't come home. That happens for an Angara child somewhere, every single day.
When the Ket came, why didn't you fight?
They didn't give us a reason to. Until they did. Then it was too late. Perhaps you think we were weak. But the Ket are ruthless. They are masters at knowing exactly when and how to strike.
I get that, believe me. Have the Ket always been here?
No. Some, like the Moshai, are old enough to remember the time before the Ket. But I don't. Nor do my mothers.
And the Archon came with them?
We think so. Resistance intel on that is unclear, and few have seen him in person.
And lived to tell?
And lived to tell.
Well, enough about that. I'll see you later, Jal.
Stay strong and clear.
I will do my best. Well, that is all the time I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please consider liking and subscribing and hitting that notification bell. And until next time, stay strong and clear. I'll see you next time.